Today's video is brought to you by 5 Hour Energy Extra Strength. So you've probably clicked on this video and you're thinking, John, what the hell are you doing vlogging? You're supposed to be playing zombies. You're supposed to be live streaming. I'm used to a small little face cam. What's going on? Well, I'm out in San Francisco, of all the places in the world, with my boy, codename Pizza.
What up?
What up? Me and him are having a sort of little mini trip. We've been taken out by NVIDIA to look at some cool products, which you're going to find out about. But we couldn't resist coming to San Francisco without checking out one of the main parts that is just monumental to not only the history of this city, but also in the zombies world. That's right, we're talking about Alcatraz, boys. Alcatraz.
The Rock.
And we are going to be visiting it very soon. In fact, it could be in this video. I could simply just click my fingers and we'll be in Alcatraz.
They say a man is known by the company he keeps. I guess that's why they call me a mobster. I wanted bosses like Sal DeLuca to know my name. He built an entire empire on gambling, prostitution, and booze, right under the noses of the cops. Sal rarely got his hands dirty. That was my job. Ice him, burn him, so long as it made the headlines. And then there were the money handlers, like Al Arlington. If you can get past the greasy smile and the feeling that you were being conned out of your very soul, Arlington was your man. Finn O'Leary, he was the only guy I knew who could cheat a cheater and get away with it. Had a pretty starlet for a wife, too. Too bad she sold him up the river. That's how we ended up here. Alcatraz. They used to call it Evil Island. And we were about to find out why.
A prisoner from Alcatraz. As such, I'm an endangered species. Last question of me is what we're in here for. I came to Alcatraz for escaping from other prisons. Everybody who came here for breaking rules in other prisons.
So, my friends, it's been a long time coming. It's been about 4 years since I was first introduced to the world, the magic of Alcatraz. And before your very eyes, I'm going to give you the best Zombies YouTuber guided tour of Mob of the Dead in real life as possible. Now, as we're walking, we're coming up through the pier, and you may recognize that right next to me is a few stairs. And if we go up there, it takes us towards Juggernaut. And right there, we have the sniper tower. But more importantly, I don't even need to say anything. I'm just going to look to my left a little bit, and you should already recognize a wolf head should be appearing about there. And this is where you build the shield, and right up there is where you hop down. There should be a gondola, but the gondola doesn't actually exist in real life, but that door still does, which leads us inside. I think it's time to go look inside. So here's the bits Treyarch never actually put in Mob of the Dead. So right over there, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge, and as we pass through where the shield is and under the gondola, you come all the way out, and there's all of this. There's this bit here, there's a whole area down there, and then if we creep through the trees, you can notice the sort of massive oil tanker thing, which you can see in the background of Mob of the Dead. And then we're going up this massive incline hill towards the audio tour for the Cellblocks, which is going to be, it's going to be so awesome. So we're about to go inside into the cells, as you can see there. The guy that we saw talking earlier, William Baker, look at what he got put into Alcatraz for. Manufacturing and cash counterfeit payroll checks. He was behind bars for 50 years, and he's literally in there to talk about the whole thing. And here we have a map, and we are about there right now. So we're literally going deep into the prison cells. How sweet is that? Okay, we've made it inside for the audio tour, and as soon as I got into this room, I went, hold on a moment, this looks very familiar. Now, Treyarch have done a really good job because this room's really bland, but if I turn the camera around, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. My friends, this is the shower room of Mob of the Dead. As you can see, there's a staircase that leads you all the way back up. And if I turn around, this is where the washing machine is. But actually inside, something else is going on. I think this is where the clothes of the inmates were. There seems to be some sort of paint stuff over there. Maybe you guys in the comments can help along. I'll probably figure out at some point during this what exactly this is all for. But you can just see a ton of clothes, a ton of towels. And this is the rules, checking the issue. This was the shower room itself. Of course, in Mob of the Dead, it looked a lot more disgusting than this because there was loads of bodies hanging everywhere. But this is where you come through the start of the audio tour itself, which is really cool. And if I'm honest, Treyarch have done so well with the player space. It's literally almost one-to-one with how it is in real life. This is incredible. So, as you know in the Easter egg, you do an audio tour at the end. That is also something you do in real life, and I'm not sure we can get the actual audio from that tour in the video itself because I played literally on headphones just like the drop, but we are going to try our very best to get as much footage recorded as possible and relay what I can hear for you guys. Okay, here is the audio tour itself. A pair of headphones, you get given this little device. Let's do this. Cafeteria. It is the cafeteria. We're gonna go down there in just a moment, but here we have the cells. Look at this, man. Just look at that bed. That is a 5-star bed, let me tell you. Oh, you can just see how dirty everything is. And here is the prison cells. Down there, they got this spot on, man.
United States Penitentiary, Alcatraz, California. Well, my name is George Chelsea. I used to play checkers at Robert Strand. I don't think I'll ever be it. My name is Donald Battles. I asked whether they hired blacks out there. You know how it was in the 50s. Continue to the left, to the next photo panel.
Doesn't that cup look familiar? I'm feeling some intro cutscene vibes right now. Especially with that 115 prison cell. So this is a rules and regulation book inside one of these prison cells. Can you guys make out what it says? Here it is, boys. The cafeteria. Inside here is where the acid gat trap is, as well as possibly where we normally build the shield. Mystery box location, perk. Look at this, it is true to life. That is the secret afterlife staircase. MP5. And then right there is where you'd go into afterlife to go down there, into the showers. And that's a spawn room. And I've just spotted there is the Warden's key. We've just completed the little mini Easter egg to get the Warden's key hanging. How sick is that? Some of the inmates had a thing called the recreation yard, where they could go outside and play games. And this is some of the items that are recovered from all the games they played. But right there, it's out from spawn, literally. And that's CD Street. Boys, this is the spawn room. This is where everything starts. And one of these cells gives us the double points power up. But we literally start right here. Everything is exactly the same. Exactly the same. Let's see if we can find any sort of secrets inside this cell, you know? It's very dark, very echoey. You can see This place is just riddled with filth. Like, look at the rotting on the ceiling. This is so cool. This section of the spawn room is called the isolation block, where they were put into complete isolation. They had no lights on at all. They were just confined within these small walls. This is ridiculous. Like, it's hard to even fathom that this stuff actually happened. Like, can you imagine being locked up and this is the only view you have? It's even darker than this. Okay, we're about to leave the spawn room now, and this is the way I usually open the library. Let's do this. Oh my god. This is a lot bigger than I expected it to be. You guys remember, you can recall, the spawn window is supposed to be here and there. But it's all under construction. But we're getting towards one of the prison cells where we can find that first hidden smoke of the tunnel. This is nuts, guys. If I'm not mistaken, it's going to be this one. This one's got a skull hidden down there. I know it does. 13 years after the Mob of the Dead antics was the Battle of Alcatraz. Look at that. Bernie Coy done his homework, and he found those particular set of bars were vulnerable, and he fashioned a bolt, nut and section of pipe to force the bars apart. How crazy. So this door is the door that they tried to escape Alcatraz from. They had the right key, but it wouldn't open the door. So this is the visitation bit. This is where inmates got to see visitors, and the inmates couldn't quite believe that there was actually people here to visit, and they tried to smash their way through to see if they could touch the person behind. So this is the Warden's office, administration wing. It looks very different to how we're used to it being. And there is his office. And right there is where we'd open the door and get one of the parts that normally would be electrified, but this room's a lot bigger than you'd expect. You come through here, and there's the table, the mystery box, speed cola, all that crazy stuff. And there he is, the Warden himself. Some tools of the trade. My bad. Warden's office. Pretty simple. Here we do have the actual Warden's office, and this looks a lot true to life. We have this little fireplace. We'd have speed cola in that corner. Here we have pictures of some of the wardens. None of them Stanley Ferguson though. And here's what it looked like in the day. And here's how true to life the entirety of Alcatraz is. Are you ready for this view? This is outside of the Warden's office. What a view. What a view. And there is the Golden Gate Bridge. Just from there, flying all the way, crashing there. So as part of the escape plans, people made dummy heads to pretend that they were asleep in their beds. And with this image here, shows you where exactly the golden sporks come from. They used spoons to breach the walls. And that's why in Mob of the Dead, when you go in Afterlife behind one of these cells, that's where you find one of the spoons, because they slip through the vents. And speaking about that section, this is the real life section of where the cells are behind. And around there you'll find the skull with the spoon. How incredible is that? Here we have the cafeteria, my friends. A much bigger room than I first expected. But there would be a mystery box, perk, loads of windows. You build the shield there, and that right there is one of the locations to get yourself the golden spork. And to round off any tour, we have the gift shop. So there is the guy that was at the very start of the tour. That's his book. If you go around, we've got some clothes and stuff, but the only thing that's really catching my eye is an inmate cup. Look how sick that is. Look at that. I think it would be rude and a disservice if we didn't at least come out with the Warden's key. Look how sick that is. It is proper. And that's gonna about wrap things up, guys. We've done the Alcatraz tour, we smashed Mob of the Dead, we're now about to leave, not flying on the plane on the rooftop, unfortunately. But if you guys did enjoy this video, then be sure to drop it a big fat thumbs up. I just went to the gift shop and got myself a nice bag of goodies, including the cup that one of the characters has and throws away in the intro. Also got the Warden's key, because I mean, we've got to get that, it's a very important thing. And we also managed to get ourselves some chocolate and some magnets and stuff like that, which is really cool. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy, let me know in the comments section. Be sure to press that thumbs up button and subscribe for more zombie videos like this. We might do a series of going to real life locations. Might not be a very often series, but I want to try and make that happen at some point. But thank you, I'll catch you soon.